In this video, we're going to tackle the question, do you really have the nuts if you flop it? And this is for Texas Hold'em, and we're looking at it from an equity standpoint. So do you have the best hand equity-wise? Now, most of the time, the answer is obviously going to be yes. However, there are a few situations where that is not the case, such as free rolls and multi-way pots. Let's look at an example here. We have Jack 9 of hearts versus Jack 9 of clubs, and this is a free roll example. Now both hands flop the nuts straight, but if you'll notice here, there's two clubs, and Jack 9 of clubs has a redraw. That means that Jack 9 of clubs cannot lose. In essence, it's a free rolling, and what that does is that increases the equity for Jack 9 of clubs, or the EV, if after factoring in the ties and win-loss, to 68.2%. In essence, they can't lose, and they're going to win a decent percentage of the time. So in this situation, if you run into a hand or you think your opponent has a straight and you have the straight with a flush redraw, it's a good place to shove all in because you can't lose. Now let's take a look at another example here, and this one occurred in a game like a few weeks ago, where we had one player with 10-9 of hearts, ace-10 of spades, and queen-8 of diamonds. So we got three players in the pot. And this is a multi-way example. We have a flop of queen of spades, jack of clubs, 8 of spades. Gives 10-9 of hearts, the nut straight. And it gives ace-10 of spades, double gut shot with the nut flush draw. And queen-8 of diamonds obviously has top two pair. And we look at the equities on the right here. If we look a little closer, we'll notice ace-10 of spades has the highest equity at, or EV, in the bottom right-hand corner at 45.2%. If we look at the nut straight, which is 10-9 of hearts in this case, 10-9 of hearts only has 36.4% equity. Now let's say, for example, the pot was really small, and let's say ace-10 spades shoved all in, queen-8 of diamonds called the all in, and it was up to 10-9 of hearts. They're almost getting even money to call here, in that they have, they have 36.4% equity. If they're getting 2-to-1 or slightly better than 2-to-1, they would make some money in the long run. However, they're not going to have a large return on their capital or the money they put in there, and they're going to have a large amount of volatility. In fact, they're going to lose 65.6% of the time, which is just 1 minus the 36.4 EV number there. So it's almost even money to call in essence. Now let's shift gears here and look at another possible example in a multi-way pot. We're going to change the queen-8 of diamonds to pocket queens. So in this case, pocket queens has top set. And we look at the percentages down below, and if we look at the bottom right-hand corner is where the EV percentages. Now I got these off from 2dimes. These percentages off from 2dimes.net or .net, and if we look here, we'll notice that 10-9 of hearts has the nuts on the flop, obviously, the nut straight, and if we look closer, we'll notice that their EV is the lowest. If we were to go three ways in this pot at 28.6%. In fact, in most cases, depending on how much money was in the pot pre-flop, it would be incorrect to call if, let's say, for example, ace-10 of spades goes all in, pocket queens goes all in some order. And in this case, there's not enough equity for 10-9 of hearts to call. Now, this wouldn't happen very often, but if you play enough hands, you'll see situations like this. So it's just something to keep in mind, and it's kind of interesting. Obviously, most of the time, when you flop the nut straight, you're going to have a much higher percentage of equity, but it all depends, on what type of cards your opponents hold. And that pretty much wraps up our video here. Thank you for watching.